Ever felt that pang of frustration, that tiny, digital roadblock when you're trying to access something crucial, like your bank account, and you just can't? You're tapping, swiping, maybe even restarting your phone, but nothing's happening. You're left wondering, is it me? Is it the app? Or is it my phone? Specifically, today, let's talk about Starling Bank. That sleek, modern, digital-first bank that's all about convenience and control. But what if your phone's the one throwing a wrench in the works? What if it's just not playing ball? We've all been there. You hear about this amazing app, this revolutionary banking experience, and you're ready to dive in. You download the app, eager to manage your finances with a tap and a swipe. But then, you hit a snag. Maybe it's a compatibility issue, maybe it's an outdated operating system, or maybe, just maybe, your trusty old phone is finally showing its age. Today, we're going to demystify the world of Starling Bank app compatibility. We're going to explore the devices that play nice with Starling, and the ones that might leave you stranded. We'll delve into the operating systems, the minimum requirements, and everything you need to know to ensure a smooth, seamless banking experience. Think of it like this: your smartphone is the key to your digital wallet. And just like any key, it needs to be the right fit. It needs to be compatible with the lock, in this case, the Starling Bank app. So, let's unlock the secrets of Starling's compatibility and make sure you're never locked out of your finances again. Now, let's dive into the specifics. Starling Bank, like most modern banking apps, prioritizes security and performance. This means they need to work with devices that can handle the necessary encryption and processing power. This essentially boils down to your phone's operating system. First, let's talk about the big one, Android. Starling Bank supports a wide range of Android devices, but there are certain minimum requirements. Generally, you'll need a device running Android 8.0, Oreo, or later. This is crucial. Why? Because older versions of Android might not have the security patches or the necessary APIs to ensure the app runs smoothly and securely. If you're unsure which version of Android your phone is running, don't worry. It's usually easy to find. Just go to your phone settings, look for About Phone or System, and you should see the Android version listed there. Now, just because your phone runs Android 8.0 or later doesn't guarantee perfect compatibility. There can be variations between different manufacturers and models. Some older devices, even with a compatible OS, might struggle with the app's performance. This is often due to limited RAM or an older processor. Starling Bank regularly updates its app, and these updates often include improvements and bug fixes. However, they also sometimes require more processing power. If your phone is showing its age, you might experience slowdowns, crashes, or other issues. Let's move on to the Apple ecosystem. iPhones and iPads. Apple's tightly controlled ecosystem generally leads to smoother app compatibility. However, even here, there are minimum requirements. Starling Bank typically supports iOS 14 or later. This means older iPhones and iPads running outdated versions of iOS might not be compatible. Just like with Android, you can check your iOS version by going to Settings, then General, and then About. You'll see the iOS version listed there. The good news is that Apple tends to support its devices with software updates for a longer period than many Android manufacturers. This means that even older iPhones and iPads can often be updated to a compatible version of iOS. However, there's always a limit. Eventually, older devices will no longer receive updates, and they'll become incompatible. Now, let's address some common questions. People often ask about specific devices or features. For example, what about tablets? Can I use the Starling Bank app on my iPad or Android tablet? The answer is generally yes, but with some caveats. Tablets running compatible versions of Android or iOS should be able to run the Starling Bank app. However, the app is primarily designed for smartphones, so the user interface might not be fully optimized for larger screens. You might find that some elements are stretched or that the layout isn't as intuitive. Another common question is about rooted or jailbroken devices. Starling Bank, like most banking apps, strongly discourages using the app on rooted or jailbroken devices. This is because rooting or jailbreaking can compromise the security of your device, making it more vulnerable to malware and other threats. Starling Bank prioritizes the security of your finances, and they can't guarantee the safety of your account on a compromised device. What about emulators? Can I run the Starling Bank app on an Android emulator on my computer? Again, the answer is generally no. Banking apps are designed to be used on mobile devices, and emulators often lack the necessary security features and hardware components. Now, let's talk about the future. Technology is constantly evolving, and Starling Bank is committed to keeping its app up to date. This means they'll continue to support the latest operating systems and devices, while also phasing out support for older, outdated versions. It's crucial to stay informed about the latest app updates and compatibility requirements. Starling Bank will usually announce any changes to compatibility through their website, app updates, or customer support channels. Here are some key takeaways to remember. Android, you'll generally need Android 8.0, Oreo, or later. iOS, you'll typically need iOS 14 or later. Tablets, they might work, but the app is optimized for smartphones. Rooted/jailbroken devices, not recommended due to security risks. Emulators, not supported. Stay updated, keep your operating system and app up to date. If you're unsure about your device's compatibility, the best course of action is to check the Starling Bank website or contact their customer support. They can provide you with the most accurate and up-to-date information. Remember, your smartphone is your gateway to your finances. Ensuring it's compatible with the Starling Bank app is crucial for a seamless and secure banking experience. By staying informed and keeping your devices up to date, you can avoid those frustrating roadblocks and enjoy the convenience of digital banking. In a nutshell, it's about keeping your software up to date and having a device that can run modern software. Though Starling tries to be as open as possible, security is a priority, and that can sometimes mean older devices miss out. With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time.